If I said to you, right, you could go and where would you, if I could put you anywhere in any timeline in the entire universe, where would you go?
I don't know. Here now? I don't.
That's a shit answer. That's fine. That's
Like, you
fine.
want me to go back in time? What do you mean? I don't know.
No, I mean like let's say you wanted to go and visit when the dinosaurs were around, right?
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Or whatever, right? You could do that in a VR driven, AI driven world, but you could live an entire lifetime there, or you could live 6 months there and be like, no, actually, I want to go and live at the Tudor time, or I want to go and live when Genghis Khan was around, or I want to go and live in the Roman era, or whatever, right? And I feel like the access to essentially endorphins.
I wasn't seeing it from the AI perspective. I was seeing it from like the real perspective. I'm like, I don't want to go get, I don't want to go get syphilis. Like, I don't want to
get. Fair enough.
But the AI version, yeah. Okay, I want to go see the Egyptians. I want to see pyramids being built. Yeah,
and if you could live that in real time, right, how much time do you think you would spend there? Because personally, I feel like I would spend a long time doing that, right? And that's just one aspect. Time traveling or like going to visit various points in human history would be one aspect. But you could think of, like, did you ever play Halo as a game?
Yeah.
Right. So Halo, there was Sandbox, right? Where you could create your own maps. Now imagine you're in an AI-driven world where you could create your own worlds. And other people could come and visit your world and you could go and visit other people's world. I'm sorry. An infinite amount of possibilities exist. And if you have an infinite amount of possibilities, my suspicion is that the human need, right, for investigation. I remember in like GCSE philosophy or whatever, there was Jesus, I'm going to butcher this, but something about like there was a hill, right? And the person wanted to know what was over the hill. What was over the hill was a hungry lion, and the person died, right? But the need for humans to investigate stuff means that they're going to go over the hill, even if they know there's a fucking hungry lion there, right?
Do you not feel like it's playing a computer game mode on God mode, and it would just be, you just get bored when you can have whatever you want infinitely and see whatever you want infinitely?
So I don't think there would be enough time before you are bored. I feel like the let's say we were still our time was governed by, you know, the health of our brain, and eventually over time it degrades and eventually it'll die off, right? Maybe. If we are still governed by that timeline, and this is currently the big flaw in my argument, is if you're in an AI world, who the fuck needs a brain that dies, right? But if we're still governed by a timeline that equates to death at the end of it, then I feel like there just wouldn't be enough time for you to get bored of experiencing a limitless amount of things.
So this is not a very good analogy, but let's like lockdown, right? How many people were furloughed and full wages, stuck at home, nothing to do? How many of those people learned a foreign language and got a guitar from Amazon and learned that and watched 27 documentaries on history? Like, I think it's a pretty small percentage of people. All of a sudden, one of the things that was holding them back was time. Everyone doesn't have enough time. All of a sudden, that restriction's taken away. So do you not think, unless we're actually changing the kind of construct of how our brains work within the AI, that, you know, people would just, it's like WALL-E, right? They just go around little buggies being bored. I feel like the humans, if you gave them unlimited everything, would eventually become bored with unlimited everything. And then they'd put in challenges and make it more difficult. And then you just, like I was saying before, you just end up back kind of where we are.
Well, I mean, I think it depends on what you determine. So in this model, it feels like the assumption that's been made is that humans are in control.
Yeah.
But why would that be the case? If you've got an AI system that humans are interacting with, why would humans be in control?